Hello and welcome. Yes, we are back. Now, today is Sunday and it's time to talk about Mieruko-Chan. Now, before I begin my talk about Mieruko-Chan, I'd like to say Comic-Con was really great. I really enjoyed it. I'm sure everyone is enjoying it as we are right now. We haven't been to conventions in a long time. And New York Comic Con is back, and I'm sure everybody is going on a rainy Sunday, but that's okay because it's still Comic Con. And Anime NYC is next month, which I'm looking forward to as much as the next guy because it's around my birthday, so that's good. Now let's go to Mieruko-Chan. Mieruko-Chan was really fascinating. I mean, it was up there on the billboard as one of the few shows to watch at New York Comic Con. Like if you go to New York Comic Con and you look at if you look at those shows you recommend to watch, Mieruko-Chan is up there. For a show like this to be horror, comedy, supernatural, it makes sense. Now here's the thing. I know people going like, this is a fan service anime. Okay, I get it. But this is where people kind of like, okay, horror animes do intentionally have fan service. Just because the title, just because the genre is horror, comedy, supernatural, and just because it says horror doesn't mean, like, come on. Horror animes do potentially have fan service, but not in a heavy fan service like Shumano Testament or Kiss Sex Sis level. But you get what I'm trying to say? Horror animes do have somewhat of fan service, but in a lighter way. Now, the first episode of Mieruko-Chan got me going. I did not suspect that. But then I look at episode 2, and boy, it gave us more and more details on the ghost. Like, each ghost is different in its own special way. And it's like we're looking at it's like watching a movie. It's like watching 13 Ghosts. And 13 Ghosts has that. You know how 13 Ghosts, and it's a really good movie. Every ghost is different. Ghosts want to kill you. Ghosts don't want to kill you. And then that's what this is about. I don't know why I'm comparing to 13 Ghosts, but yeah, get my point. Now, let's get right into it, to episode 2 of Mieruko-Chan. I love how the episode takes right after the first one, where she sees this ghost. And, I feel bad for Miko right now. I feel bad for her as we speak. I feel bad that her life has to go through she has to deal with these ghosts just staring at her like you see me, ooh, all that stuff. And the horrific of these ghosts is really good. Especially one of the ghosts with the breath. Oh my God. But still, she's trying to not say freak or scream. She's trying not to. And Hana's right in front of her, and in between is a ghost. And she does not want to freak out. I feel bad for her. I feel so bad. And now, here's the fan service. Here's fan service 1. So they changing, they trying to change, and one of the girls in the background saying, "Oh, have you seen this ghost story about a headless ghost in a locker room?" And here come the fan service. They're showing every boob, little bit of ass showing. Okay, that's that. Now she opens her locker. Now she's like, "Can you open my locker, please? I'm scared. I don't want to open it." Miko's as brave as she is. She opened it, and there's no ghost down there. But when she looked up, there was a headless ghost there, and she trying not to freak out, just staring it up there, not even freak. I'm like, oh my God. And then Hana was trying to get her phone above it, but she's like, I can't get my phone. Can you get it? Now she got the phone, but when Miko pulled the phone, the ghost grabbed on it. I'm like, oh my God. I love how Miko's trying so hard to make sure the ghosts are away. The ghosts are away from Hana as we speak. Now, I know everybody's gonna say Hana's best waifu. I can see that now. Everybody's gonna say Hana's best waifu, but you gotta give the MC credit for being the best strong waifu of this show. I mean, literally, she's trying to defend her friend no matter what. So, and I understand it's showing the butt cam, a little bit of a skirt cam with this, because Hana forgot wearing her underwear. She forgot wearing her panties. She forgot wearing her panties, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to go commando, and I'm gonna sit down." As as brave as she is, I wish she could go by herself. I mean, because I know she's afraid, and Miko's being the best friend that she is, you know. Now, this other ghost is freaky. This is a pervert ghost. This is an oppa ghost. And I mean oppa, I mean literally big-breasted ghost. So Hana was grabbing her book underneath the desk, and here come these long-ass, tentacle, grip-ass ghosts around Hana. And Miko is just freaking the fuck out. Like this ghost is clinging on Hana. So she grabbed her and she pulled her away, but that ghost was still on her because ghost is into boobs. And you know what? I feel bad for her. I feel bad for Miko, most of it. I feel bad because I don't think there's a ghost that is highly attractive to her in an attractive level. Like, it's, you know, because this ghost is into big boobs, and I felt bad for her. She's like, I feel so bad for her. Now, this ghost is clinging on Hana. And Hana grabbed the stethoscope. She looked trying to feel her stethoscope, but she's like, I can't feel my heart rate because of my boobs are too big. Disrespectful. That is just so disrespectful. So disrespectful. She got the step, and she's like, okay, we got disinfectant. Miko's disinfected with alcohol, but she didn't spray her hands. She sprayed it around her dress to get away from that ghost because she's like, maybe it could work. So she sprayed the alcohol all over her boobs. And then we got the fan service. Yeah, we got the fan service. Okay. Got the fan service. And then you know, that ghost just like creepy as it is with his long arms and his strange hair. And then the way how that got close to Miko when Hana got the stethoscope and she can't see the ghost, but the way how she got for that fan service with the whole body check and all, got like some tentacle thing going on, and that ghostly breath, that is creepy as fuck. And I'm like, oh my God. And here comes the nurse coming through the door. And then the ghost changed its mind because she saw how big the breast that she has. It clanged on the nurse. So it went from Hana to the nurse. This is some perverted big-breasted ghost. I kid you. I mean, like, literally, this ghost is freaky. And is this good or bad? I mean, on the good, it's like, is this good or bad? Think about it. Okay, on the one hand, the ghost is free from Hana. But on the bad news, the ghost is clinging on the nurse. So it's like anytime Miko goes to the nurse's office, she's going to see that ghost clinging on the nurse. Unless the ghost sees something that it's on a big breasted level like the nurse, then maybe it could cling on. But right now, it's hanging on the ghost. But I do feel bad, though, when she's like, dang. You know, that's a message to all those flat-chested girls, you know what I mean? Like, I feel bad for those flat-chested girls in anime. They're like, it's just, like, it's funny. Not funny in a good way, but it's like, oh my God, the disrespectful. Talk about disrespectful. Okay, now, let's move on to the second half. So, they go out, you know, trying to get some donuts. And then Miko's on the line. She's on a line, like literally on a line with a ghost, and she didn't know. She thought she thought there was two lines, but it actually Hana was in a normal line to get the donuts, while Miko got distracted. She was actually in a line with the ghosts, and these ghosts were getting eaten by a strange ass, big ass creature like monster ghost. And this creature ghost, whatever, is eating one ghost at a time. It's like a shop. I mean, it's like a shop, a donut shop, but with ghosts. You know what I mean? Like, here's the creepy ass ghost. Here's the creepy ass ghost, and then here comes these other ghosts just going like, next ghost, and I'm like, oh my god, as creepy that is, and she's trying not to freak out. I know some of y'all were freaked out. Again, if y'all was Miko, would you, if you had ghost powers, I'm sure you guys would freak out in an instant. Now, but leave it to Hana. That's the true friend. Hana pulled her aside and they got donuts. Now, they see a box with a cat. Cute little cat. And in my mind, I'm like, something's not right. Something's not right. Come on, nah, don't do this to me. And then here comes the cat. Here comes that ghost watching this cat. And this ghost is clinging on this cat so bad. Like it legit want to see, like he's just waiting to see who is the rightful owner of this ghost. Now, the thing about Mieruko-Chan is, and it's still good to watch, it has a lesson in this episode, especially this one. Like, never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its cover. And that's what it did in this part. I mean, so Hana got the cat all spinning around, and then he bumped into this weird stranger with tattoos and a scratch right here on his chest. I mean, on his lip, like right here. Okay. Creepy ass dude. And he keeps staring at the cat. Hana sat down, ran back to her seat. Her bench, and then sitting down. And then you got this weird guy. He's like, oh, I like to help that cat. But then, this is where we're seeing Miko's powers kind of get in there. You know what I mean? This is where we kind of see a development in Miko. Because when that other guy asks for the cat, she sees the evil spirits around him. You know, it's like she could sense some evil, like there's some, like, she could sense if that person has evil aura, like an evil aura around him, like, you know, something evil about him. You know, he doesn't like cats. You know, she sees it. And then that ghost that was attached to that cat that Hana was holding, she see that cat, if it follows him. So like, nah, don't give it to him. But then, you know, Miko's kind-hearted as she is. She's like, give the cat to him. Give that cat to the guy with the tattoo and a messed up face and all that. Because there's a lesson behind that. Never judge a book by its cover. And then when she gave him the cat, it's so emotional. Like, you can see the cat, these two cats, ghost cats. You see these two ghost cats, just white, pure as, you know, was like, I'll take you home. And took her home. And then at the end of the credits, it showed that cat, the cat that he had scratched the other side of the face. So he has two lines. And then right behind it, it was showing the motions of the cat, the two cats, and the guy's mother. Yeah, look at the mother. Yeah, the guy's mother right behind it. It was so beautiful. Now it tells you, like for a show to have comedy, horror, and supernatural, it's still, this show has some, this telling me, from watching this show, it tells me that there's going to be some pure moments. And like this one with the guy with the cat, and it's showing his two ghost cats and her mother, it's safe to say that the show not only going to have all the elements, but it's some pureness involved. And just like that, we're going to see it. I'm looking forward to it as much as the next guy. Like I said, the moral of that half is never judge a book by its cover. And that's what we saw in this one. And like I said, episode 2 was really good. Yeah, we got some fan service. Okay, we got about a lot of camera shots with, you know, bra cam, butt cams. Okay, it's gonna be, and I'm pretty sure everyone have watched the first 2 episodes of Mieruko-Chan, has used it as memes, where it's like someone show a butt cam of her bending down, like, this is a horror anime, and people are like, this ain't a horror anime. Yeah, it is. It's a horror anime mixed with comedy and supernatural. Deal with it. But like I said, episode 2 was really good. It shows us more about the other ghosts and how each ghost is, you know, each ghost has its own personality, which I like about it. And you know, still to this day, as we see more and more episodes, I feel bad for Miko as she is. I mean, for a brave girl like herself to see ghosts and not freak out, like, and like that, not freaking out and just deal with it, I'm like, I am so proud of her. I ain't afraid of no ghosts, and she ain't afraid of no ghosts. She tried to endure it. I don't know how she's gonna embrace it later on in the episodes. All I know is that if there is some way for her to deal with these ghosts, she gotta find a better way. So I look forward for next week's episode of Mieruko-Chan episode 3. And I really am excited for Comic. Like I said, Comic-Con is today. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to Comic-Con on a rainy day. But who cares if it's rain or snow? Comic-Con is Comic-Con. So again, I look forward for next week's episode of Mieruko-Chan, and I hope you will.